This week in Box Score Breakdown, we're going to talk about the MVP race. Dak Prescott or Brock Purdy? Who's it going to be? Let's get into it. The Niners have won 5 consecutive games, and Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, has stepped his game up to an MVP level. We already know he's a Pro Bowler this year. The question now, is he the MVP? Let's break it down. Purdy dominated the Seahawks in a 28-16 victory, throwing for a career-high 368 passing yards and posted his 7th consecutive game, completing at least 70% of his passes, one game shy of Joe Montana's NFL record. That's ridiculous. Purdy leads the NFL in passer rating at 116.9, yards per attempt at 9.9, completion rate 70.2. He's on pace to have one of the best passer seasons since Kurt Warner and The Greatest Show on Turf. All of this coming from a guy who shows up to the game looking like he wears literally everything his relatives buy him for Christmas. You buy him a sweater, he's definitely rocking it the next day. Well, Dak Prescott is now actually the favorite for the MVP, so let's compare what these two quarterbacks have done this season. Higher passer rating, Brock Purdy. Higher completion percentage, Brock Purdy. More touchdowns, Dak Prescott. Less interceptions, Dak Prescott. More 300-yard passing games, Brock Purdy. Yards per attempt, Brock Purdy. There's still a couple games left to play. Every game, every snap counts for these two. You have to tip the cap to Trent Williams. His comments after the game speak volumes about the respect Purdy gets in the locker room.
Turn on film. Turn on film. A lot of people talk, and words are what they are, but, actions prove it. Turn on the film, watch this kid, watch him play. Watch his command of the offense. Watch his decision-making. And then if you say that he's just a system quarterback after that, then I question your football knowledge.
Forget the draft standing. That's old news. It's about production on the field and results. Brock Purdy is simply getting it done and delivering victories while putting up impressive numbers. My favorite play of the game was Purdy's 54-yard touchdown pass to Deebo Samuel. Deebo is on a tear right now, and Brock Purdy knows this. On this throw, Brock Purdy chucked a beautiful dime down the field, beating Jamal Yikes Adams, and Deebo gets back in the end zone where he belongs. Now, Dak Prescott has a track record. He's put up stats. He's had big passing seasons in his career, and Brock Purdy is early stages. The onus is definitely on Purdy to put up big numbers in these last few games to outplay Prescott, because Prescott has a reputation with league voters. Purdy is still going to get judged for that draft standing, and unfortunately there is a Cowboys bias in the media. Let's be real here. The fact that Brock Purdy is an NFL MVP candidate as a 7th round draft pick, it speaks volumes about who he is as a person, his willingness to compete, and not give up on his dreams. Brock Purdy is authoring one of the most remarkable stories in NFL history, certainly one of the best from the Niners. All right, let's do some honorable mentions. Buffalo Bills, what a week you've had. I'm not going to dig into Sean McDermott's comments from 2019. Google that. Somehow you find a way to beat Kansas City in Arrowhead, even with their player lining up offsides. Huge victory for the Bills, who are not out of it in the playoff race just yet. The Heisman Trophy took a little bit of a turn. I thought Michael Penix was going to get it, but it goes to Jayden Daniels of LSU. Probably the best moment for ASU football in a long time. Basically, schools like ASU, my school, become a feeder program for big programs, but that's just the way the world works right now in college football. Wrapping things up, we got to give some love to the Raiders defense, pitching a near shutout, giving up 3 points, and still finding a way to lose at home to the Minnesota Vikings, 3-0. I couldn't believe the score as I was box score watching during the Niners game. Tough look for Antonio Pierce and all the cigar smoking in the locker room. Thanks for watching this episode of Box Score Breakdown. Hope you stay tuned for more. Subscribe to the channel and check me out on TikTok as well. Nori, come here. Come here, Nori. Gotcha. Shout out to my dog, Nori. It's her 3rd birthday. Hi, Nori. Happy birthday, Nori. We love you so much. Subscribe, rate, review. Swipe up. Subscribe, rate, review. Swipe up.